It's crucial to come up with a system to collect and access the ideas and words and facts that matter most when you need them most. Here are some ways to do that. You know those summaries you've been writing? Keep them all in one place, a Dropbox folder, on your hard drive, whatever. As they accumulate, they'll become a supplemental brain, your own private database. Do the same for your underlines. Download your Kindle highlights or dictate your top print underlines into that same document. Now, this is a lot of material. I get it. In the past, I found accessing the good stuff a bit cumbersome, but now you've got a wickedly powerful partner, AI. Feed your book underlines and summaries to your favorite AI system, Claude, ChatGPT, Notebook LLM. Then, when you're working on something where you need help, use a prompt as your harvesting tool. For example, tell the large language model, I'm pitching my business idea to a possible source of funding, then describe the idea and ask what are 3 quotations from books I've read that I could put into a presentation. What I've done for a few projects are prompts like these. I'm writing a column on living celebrations, people who arrange and attend their own funerals. Please read my book summaries and underlines and find any ideas, quotations, or statistics that might be relevant. And voila! I surfaced some material from a book on religion I'd read 4 years ago that I ended up using in the article. So, you've tortured your books like a tyrant, you've summarized them like a superstar, and you've harvested them like a heavyweight. That leads us to number 4. Reread. Back when I was in college, a professor told our class that he was assigning us Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and all 30 of us in the class groaned. He paused, took in the groans, then said, I know you've read this book, but you haven't read this book. What he meant is that when you pick up a book you've already read, the book is the same, but you're different. Now, let's be honest, most books aren't worth rereading, but a few are, because when you do, you'll learn more about the book, but more crucial, you'll learn more about yourself. For example, if you read Man's Search for Meaning when you're 18, that's one experience. If you read it 20 years later, when you're 38, and you've endured more of life's slings and arrows, or have become a parent or a spouse, it's a completely different experience. You see the book anew because you're no longer the same person. Another example. A few years ago, I reread Joseph Heller's Catch-22, which I'd read and loved decades before. This time around, not so much. It wasn't nearly as funny as I remembered, and the way it portrayed women was really off-putting. What happened? In the time since I first read the book, the world changed, and so did I. Find an important book the you of the past has already read, give it to the you of today, and I guarantee you'll learn. All right, that's how many pages you should read before you decide to quit. So if you're 26, read 74 pages. If the book doesn't work for you by page 74, put it aside. If you're older, you've got less time to waste. So if you're 53, read 47 pages and then decide whether to move on.